The Memphis Grizzlies are playing some of their best basketball, having won 7 of the last 10 games, while the New Orleans Pelicans are starting to find their rhythm, going 5 of 5 in their last 10. The Grizzlies will enter Smoothie King Center for their first head-to-head matchup against the New Orleans Pelicans. What are you looking forward to in this game?
Uh, the battle of the 2019 first and second pick of the draft. Ja and Zion. I'm looking for the battle. Absolutely. Every time they hook up, every time they match up, I want to see the battle, right? Who is going to dominate in this game? I mean, if you think about it, as polarizing as John Moran is, Zion Williamson is equally polarizing considering he hasn't completed one full season since he's been
Yeah,
drafted. So
yeah.
I want to know what this looks like. So I am excited to see that matchup, their first meetup of the season. I can't wait. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yes, that is definitely
One of the
something.
things.
Yeah.
One of the things.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that I'm looking forward to too. However, that Steven Adams and Jonas Valanciunas matchup might be something to see as well.
Baby, they both dominating the paint. And
Woo.
excuse me, they are both top 10 in rebounding in the league as we speak. I think, but Steven Adams may be number 5, around 5'6", and
Mhm.
Valanciunas is what, number 10? What that gonna look like? I got that on my
Ye-
list too. That's another thing I'm looking forward to. How will
Yeah,
that matchup look like? And that's gonna be nice.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
We're
right. That
talking
may be the highlight.
exactly. We're talking about two of the youngest teams in the Western Conference. I think the Pels are still trying to figure out how to get Bi and Zion going at the same time, while also considering Jonas needs the ball, he needs his touches, and Herb Jones as well. They
Yeah,
just have a really good balanced team.
yeah.
And then CJ McCollum, he has not been shooting the ball very well. And
Mhm.
I think he has kind of sacrificed a little bit to get the guys going. Because,
Yeah,
CJ, he don't need to score the ball, old
yeah,
veteran presence,
yeah, yeah,
floor
yeah,
general. He's
yeah,
just like, look, I'm just going
yeah.
to lead this team and I'm going to get y'all where y'all need to be. So I think
Right.
that's his mindset.
And I'm okay with that. And I think CJ knows that, okay, it's time. I need to step up now. He just get in where he fit in. And you need veterans to do just that because I think he is impactful in the game when he's in it. And I noticed that defensively, I think they both they're similar. I think that this matchup will show how compatible both teams are defensively. So I can't wait to see who's going to be
Mhm.
the victor when we're talking about in defense, right? Because I think they both can hold their own. I mean, what?
Yes, the Grizzlies, I think they have Desmond Bain as an all-star this season.
I'm
Oh
not
man,
mad
he
at that.
came back
I'm
to
not
the
mad at
season
it.
leaner,
I'm not
meaner.
mad at it.
Oh, he's just playing. See, the thing about Desmond
I'm
Bain
not
is I
mad at
think
it.
he's just like a quiet threat. He got that dog because playing in the backcourt with Ja, I think the Grizzlies have the one of the best backcourts. I mean, we talking about Jason Jalen level, Ja and Desmond. I really believe that. Just a younger version of Jason
Mhm.
and Jalen, but they're on their way. I mean, I don't care how you look at it.
Yeah, no, it's nice. And I think when we're talking about, you know, someone of Ja's caliber, right? Someone as polarizing as Ja is that word again, polarizing, but he is, you need a Desmond Bain to help you, right? So to have that as your counterpart, in the backcourt it's really nice. It's really, really nice. You know what I also noticed that from 3-point shooting, they both are shooting the teams are shooting about 37% each. So when we're talking about this matchup, it's going to be interesting to see. There's so many things that they're similar, right? Comparable in how they play the game separately. I can't wait for that to come together and see who's going to be victorious in that matchup. That's what's going to be
Mhm.
amazing to me. I think that's why this game, and I think the league knew because this game is going to be a nationally televised game on TNT. I get it. Y'all already know Battle of Zion and Ja will always be, a hot ticket item, and I can't wait to see that. And I think it's going to be, and they're both explosive. Like who's going to posterize first?
Oh, goodness,
Right? It's,
yes.
it's all of that, right? Who's going to block first from from Valanciunas and Steven Adams? Who's going to out 3-point shoot each other? Like that's what this game is going to be all about.
Yes. Now, I think the X factor for the Memphis Grizzlies is a player just kind of riding under the radar, and that's Santi Aldama. I love his game. 6'11", 215. He is a tough competitor. He can get on the boards. He's almost averaging a double-double this season. And then on the flip side, I think Larry Nance Jr. for the Pels. I think because
Mm-hmm.
Larry is weird.
Mm-hmm.
He can get you 22 points
Mm-hmm.
right after a donut. And then he can score 3 points, 8 points, and then get you another 25 points. So that's the thing with Larry Nance. You don't know what you're going to get from him. But wow, when he is on, he is a great contributor for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Another thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is the defensive matchup and or defensive play from Jose Alvarado
Oh,
and Dylan Brooks.
oh,
What will that look like? Not that they'll be defending one another, but how they will institute their defense amongst these opposing teams. I'm interested in that because Jose Alvarado can stay in front of you.
oh,
Now
yeah.
he can stay in front of you. Now he may get the fouls because he know how to keep his hands up and thrust his pelvis. He may get he may be called a foul on, but he's gonna give you that. So I'm wondering how will Coach Willie Green who will he pair him up with?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. And likewise, Dylan Brooks, like where will he be defensively, and how will all of that look like against the Pels? That right there. There's so many elements to this particular matchup that I cannot wait to see whose bench will show up. Who's going to do it? As a compliment to what the Stars will do on the floor. It's so much because both benches equally can outshoot you if you
Oh,
let
yeah.
them.
Oh, yeah.
And so who will be the one? Which bench will be the one to come out? That's what I'm saying. Will we see an overtime? Will it be double overtime? I just don't know. I think it has this matchup based off of the players on their roster, how they've both been playing so far, and how comparable they are in a sense in so many of these categories. Who is going to be the one to come out? This is going to be a good one.
Yeah. I think we would be remiss if we don't talk about Brandon Ingram. He's one of your favorite players,
Yes, I agree.
missed a couple of games this season, but
I
oh my
agree.
goodness, since
I
he's
agree.
been back, oh my God. I don't know who's going to contain him because he is so electric. He's so smooth. He can get you outside, inside his defense. He's long, he's lengthy, he's athletic.
Long.
Yeah, Brandon
Yes,
Ingram. I just don't know. I mean, is it going to be Desmond Bain? Is it going to be Dylan Brooks? Who's going to contain him?
I don't see. That's the thing. So you have Desmond Bain. He's different in stature, of course, but you have Desmond Bain on the Memphis Grizzlies. You have Brandon Ingram here. You got John Morant. You got Zion Williamson. Like, it should go if everybody comes ready to play and everybody is healthy and no injuries and all that good stuff. It should go 1-for-1 for a while, a really long time. I know that somebody will come out, right? Somebody has to win the game. But in the manner that they win is what I'm so curious to find out. Because I agree, Brandon Ingram is he's the Lakers kicking themselves right now.
Yes,
They're
big time.
kicking themselves right now. Brandon Ingram is actually, if you had just waited and allowed him to get used to being in the league, you would be having this on your roster this season. But no. Thank God the Pels got him. But I'm telling you, Brandon Ingram, yeah, X factor for sure for the Pels. Absolutely. I love Brandon
Yes.
Ingram.
Okay, so who do you have coming out of this game?
I have the Grizzlies. After
After
everything
all
I
that.
said, after all of that, I still got the Grizzlies. But I
Mhm.
think the matchup will still be very, very good to watch.
Oh, yeah, I have the Grizzlies as well.
Mhm.
They're young but seasoned. I
Yep.
mean, coming off a deep playoff
Yeah,
run.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the Grizzlies on this one.
I'm going with the Grizzlies, but I think the Pels, hopefully in my mind, and what I hope to see, that the Pels give them a run for their money. That's what I hope, right? Because the Pels are not a team to sleep on,
Mm-mm.
and they have players that can, and a roster and a coach. See, and then also the coaching is going to be huge in this one too, right? Yeah. So many boxes to check when watching this matchup because this is the same boxes we'll be checking in the postseason if they both make it there, which I know
Oh,
they will, right?
mhm.
So yeah, and they could potentially end up meeting again in the postseason.
Ugh.
Can you imagine a 7-game
Oh,
series?
I know. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh! So yeah, I have the Grizzlies, but I'm not sleeping on the Pels. But I do have the Grizzlies.